Actually, it's really simple. You just get your financial advisor, accountant, and team of lawyers to do it all while you're working on your 7-figure e-commerce business. Sadly, it's not going to be that easy. Most of us are not very good at managing our money. 75% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and 40% of people earning over $100,000 are also living paycheck to paycheck. So you can see right there, income isn't what makes you wealthy, but managing your money properly will. What's up guys, it's Avery here. I typically talk about personal finance, real estate investing, managing your money, and things that you can do in order to build your wealth. If that sounds cool for you, make sure you stick along through the video, learn how to manage your money like the wealthy so you can be wealthy too. Managing your money can be very difficult because most of us were not taught how to do anything whatsoever in school when it came to money. But the flow of it should actually be quite simple, and you can make it really easy as well as automated. So most of us have a job where we earn some type of money. And when we get paid from that job, we either get paycheck, cash, or we get a direct deposit to our bank account. So some of us might work in an employed job where we get some type of benefits, 401k, other insurance that is automatically deducted from our paycheck. So your company is able to just move that money around, have it flow properly until it gets to your direct deposit. And that's really how you want to set up your money, so that it's moving into these specific accounts that will start earning you money and making you wealthy without you really having to think a lot. So you have that job, you have that paycheck, and you need it to land in a bank account. A bank account is going to be your first step where you're going to get that money. And your bank account is going to be where you keep that money that you pay your daily, weekly, monthly expenses. But you can't keep very much money in your bank account. Keeping money in your bank account is going to be the worst thing that you can do for your money, not only if you're bad with your finances, managing your money, but it's also going to lose the most amount of value. Okay, you have your job, gives you a paycheck, it's now in your bank account. Once that money is in your bank account, you only keep the amount that you need. Like I said, keeping your money in your bank account, it's going to devalue because you earn no interest on that money. And the other thing about having money in your bank account is the bank takes your money, lends it out to other people with interest, and they make money off of your money. So only keep a little amount of money in there, the only amount that you need in order to buy groceries, your mortgage, any other type of expenses that you may have, so that you can take the excess money, invest it, earn interest on your money, rather than letting the bank take your money that you worked so hard for and earn interest on it themselves. So the first place that your money should go after your bank account and after your expenses are taken care of would be towards a savings account or an emergency fund. So a savings account is great to have that type of emergency fund in case there's an emergency. Maybe your car breaks down, maybe you lose your job, or maybe there's some type of medical issue that you have to take care of. Medical bills can be very expensive, so it's good to have that emergency fund set aside in case something like that happens. But anything over that large amount of emergency fund that you have, you should then stop saving for an emergency fund. And you really only need to keep about 6 months, maybe a year, depending on how conservative you want to be in that emergency fund. And you can also have other savings accounts that are associated with saving for a down payment for a property if you're planning on purchasing soon, maybe for a vacation, maybe for a wedding, or any other major life event that you may have that is coming up in the near future. By near future, I mean about 0 to 2 years from now, because in my opinion, if it's anything outside of that, you could invest that money, let it grow, and have it earn more money. Because there are some great savings accounts where you can earn about 0.5% interest, and if you're interested in opening one, check out my referral for my Marcus Goldman Sachs online high yield savings account. But a majority of savings accounts with your bank, you are going to be earning around 0.5, 0.06, 0.05% interest on your money, which is virtually nothing. So over that emergency fund and saving for specific items, don't have any money in the savings. So the next part of money management that'll actually make you rich is getting that money from your bank account into an investment account. If you're going to not be investing your money, you're going to lose a lot of money. Like I said, maybe with the savings account at max, you could get 0.5% interest on your money. But if you start investing it, you can earn 7 to 10% over the course of your lifetime on a lot of investments that you could make in the stock market through ETFs, exchange traded funds, or low cost index funds that are just going to make your money grow and grow and grow without you doing anything. So if you're eligible and you're earning under $140,000 because you're not actually rich yet, you're just learning how to manage your money like the rich, then you can contribute to a Roth IRA. I would highly recommend contributing the max of $6,000 to that Roth IRA every single year, because that is going to be a great taxable advantage account, because once that money is in your Roth IRA, it can never be taxed again. Most people earning over 140 will contribute to a traditional IRA, and that's a great thing to do. And once you've gone over that $6,000 amount, you can contribute to a taxable brokerage account. So with a traditional brokerage, it's just going to have far less tax advantages, but there's no cap to the amount of money that you can invest. So with that Roth IRA, your money is taxed just once when you make that money, and then it's never taxed again. But with a traditional brokerage, it is taxed once you get it, similar to the Roth, and then it is taxed anytime you sell or make any transactions or withdrawals in your account. So there's going to be a lot more tax associated when you eventually take out a lot of your money that you may have gained over the course of your lifetime. And in that traditional brokerage account, you can go ahead, purchase stocks, you can go ahead and purchase exchange traded funds, low-cost index funds. You can make this very passive investing, or you can make it very active investing. Depends on how much work you want to put into it. Personally, I invest extremely passively when it comes to the stock market because I don't like putting that much effort into it. I personally like putting my efforts into other investments, and these investments can work very well for you. Like I said, you can get that 7 to 10% return if you just pick a total stock market fund or ETF that can do very well for you and just follow the entirety of the stock market. Instead of betting on one specific stock of one company, you can bet on the entirety of the US economy increasing over your lifetime, which I feel is a very safe bet. So it's really that simple when it comes to an investment account, and when it comes to picking what type of platform that you want, you can pick just about any platform. The two that I typically recommend are robo-advisors like M1 Finance or Betterment that do a lot of the work for you, or you could utilize something like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab, where you are doing the advising and doing more of the work, but you can just buy those ETFs and nothing really more than that. And if you're wondering, how often should I purchase this stuff? You should just be purchasing it at the same rate that you're purchasing groceries, paying your mortgage, and any other expenses that you have. So you should just do it often, because that way, when you purchase stocks and you purchase funds, you are just dollar cost averaging. So if at one point in the year it is worth $100 to purchase that share in that ETF, and then $150, and then $200 later in the year, and then $250, you have just bought at every increment. And in the same token, if it's now $250, drops to $150, you're buying at $150, and you just have an average over the course of your lifetime, and it should again increase by that 7 or 10%. And you don't really have to think about when is the right time to buy, when do you need to time the market. You just continually buy and have that average over your lifetime. And I also think it's really important when it comes to these investments in your investment account that you're just being simple and being focused. Warren Buffett had said if people were limited to only being able to invest into 10 things, they would be far more rich than they would otherwise. If you're just focusing on a few things, then it's going to be what makes you rich. Personally, I really only invest into 3 funds, as well as 3 cryptocurrencies, and then also real estate. So that's already less than 10 things. I'm keeping it simple, I'm doing what I know how to do, and I'm staying focused in doing that one thing. And if you're able to get a large amount of money into the taxable brokerage as well as the Roth IRA, and you're looking to diversify your investments and get a better rate of return than you might in the market, the next investment that the rich often make would be in real estate. So real estate is a great investment that a lot of wealthy people make. 90% of millionaires became so through investing in real estate because there's cash flow, tax advantages, it increases in value, and someone else pays down your debt. Those are all great things, and you can purchase it with a loan. You can't buy stocks with a loan, so you're able to make your money work very, very hard because you can put a portion down, get some money from somewhere else, and gain those assets that do those great things for you. So let's recap. You have that bank account, you're getting your money from your job, and then you're going to your emergency fund and other things that you're saving for. And you can also be going to your investment accounts at the same time, or you can fill up all of those things at once, the emergency fund before you're investing. It depends on your risk profile. And once you're done with that Roth IRA or that traditional IRA, go to that taxable brokerage and fill that up as much as possible. But if you want to be fairly more risky, I feel like real estate isn't necessarily that risky, but to a lot of people it's viewed as risky because you have to put a lot more effort in. You can take some of that money that you might towards that taxable brokerage, put it into real estate, purchase property, have rentals, have monthly cash flow, and have that stuff work really hard for you. And you may be thinking this is a lot of stuff to put my money into, and yes, it is. At first, you might only have $25, $50 to put toward a lot of these accounts. But as your income starts to grow and your investment starts to grow, you're gonna get more and more and more, just as long as you keep putting money towards it. And if you wanna start investing far more money, you have to start earning more money. It's very simple as that. If we think about these income streams and the flow of your income going through these accounts, if we just open that tap at the beginning of your income, made it bigger and bigger, they're going to fill up faster and faster. So yes, the more money that you have, have, the more money it is easier to make. And you just need to have these habits along the way so you don't continue living paycheck to paycheck. So if you can focus on figuring out the flow of your money properly and then focus on increasing your income, it's going to make it much faster and you're going to earn that financial freedom and be much better with your money and manage it like the 1%. And really, to make it the most simple, like I said at the beginning, it needs to be automatic. You can set up automatic savings that go to that savings account. You can set up automatic investments that take money from your checking account and buy specific ETFs, funds, stocks, whatever it may be, so you just don't have to think about it. It just happens automatically, and then you can't live paycheck to paycheck because all of that money is going into those various accounts, and then you're just going to be automatically getting richer without you thinking about it. If you can make less decisions, the flow of your money is going to be way easier. So since you've made it this far in the video, hopefully you're already extremely rich, but no, it might take a while for you to set up in order to figure out where all of this money should go, what platforms to invest in, what type of real estate to buy, what savings account you may want to use, but all of that stuff you can kind of figure out along the way. As long as you stay away from living paycheck to paycheck, only keeping in your checking account what you need, and then having your money flow through the rest of these accounts where it starts earning money for you. So hope you guys enjoyed that video, learned a little bit of something, and you hopefully share it with your friends so they can manage their money like the rich as well. And if you liked the video, make sure you go down, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help me out for that YouTube algorithm. And if you want to get more, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I love talking about this kind of stuff, as well as more personal finance topics and investing in real estate. And if you like me here, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, where I like to make reels, as well as TikTok and making these type of videos, but in short form. Thanks again for watching, and more wealth is coming your way.